Hello, dear. How are you?
No, he just asked me what my favorite animal is.
Because I can't picture you like a deer.
Whatever, you sound like my mom.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Rio of Real Estate Investing. It's been a while, right?
And it's time to be real.
Yes, we took a long break by force.
We didn't want to. We wanted to be making podcasts.
Yes, but here we are, back on track. So we wanted to update you guys on the last events, the recent events. So, just to recap, we just finished a couple days ago 3 remodels where we are not flipping those houses, 3 houses, right? And we have tenants with deposits waiting for the houses, and we happen to promise them on the same day. So
yeah, we had to hand over the keys on the same day to all 3 tenants.
yes, it was a long project in a short time, if you know what I mean. So one of my struggles, being real, is that I don't have the right team. I don't have every single position filled in our remodeling business, right? So what happens when I don't have someone? I jump in. So that can play against you when you know how to do almost everything, that you don't put all the time into looking for someone. So instead of wasting time, or I don't have the time to find somebody, let me just do it. And I jump in because I have a deadline and I gotta do it. And I'm conscious of this. I'm aware. I'm aware that.
Wait, we have this on record. He is saying he's aware.
Yes.
So when we're aware of something, what do we want to do?
We want to fix it, adjust it. I don't know. But anyway, so we have 3 houses that we don't want to make it too long, but we got the 3 houses back, basically.
Yeah.
2 of them were on a lease option, rent to own, and where the tenants optionees, the tenant buyers, they couldn't qualify for a mortgage, and or they decided not to buy the house. So what happens? They return the house to us. They forfeit the option to buy it, and then we get it back. So 2 of those houses we got back, and they were in decent shape, but they needed updating, and the best time to update them is when they are vacant. So we talk about doing another lease option, but Mr. Deer here,
No.
Mrs. Deer here,
No.
said no, I don't want to do another option.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my side. Of the 3 houses, 2 of them we acquired probably a good 8 or 9 years ago.
More like 7.
Okay, 7.
6.5, 7.
7 years ago. Let's say 7 years ago. So needless to say that the market was very different back 7 years ago. And I always question myself when I want to dispose of one of our properties. I ask myself, if another wholesaler were to bring me this house right now, today, at the price that I bought it at 7 years ago, with the repairs that it needs now, would I buy this from a wholesaler? And if the answer is yes, then that's what pushes me to keep the house. Because if I were to want to acquire this deal, then I already have it. Why am I going to dispose of it?
I know. But if we do another lease option, even if we have all the intention of them buying the house in the future, statistically, nationwide, I think it's like 20% of all the rent-to-owns, they actually exercise their option and buy the property. So it's like, yes, you're just basically gambling If they buy it, good for them. But the chances are, I mean, it's more in our favor that most likely they won't. So, but every time we do a lease option or a rent one, every time we did one was with the intention of them becoming homeowners.
Exactly. So if
100%.
if that's my intention, and I don't want this house, and I don't want to sell this house, then I'm gonna keep it as a rental. That's just how I want to keep it in my rental portfolio for the future.
I understand.
That's just how I think. So
Sure.
those were two of the houses that we bought. Seven. He's saying seven. I think it was a little bit more. 7 years ago, and then the other house, it's a subject too, and it has an interest rate of 3.5% on the mortgage. So considering interest rates nowadays, I don't know what they're at today, but
5.5.
okay, so having a 3.5% interest rate on that house, and add to the equation that all three of these houses are in an amazing location.
They're within 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah, so just with that, because real estate is a lot about location, right? So with the fact that all three of these houses are in good locations, then it's a no-brainer. I wanted to keep them, so we decided to keep them as rentals.
So two of them were a lease with the option, and one of them we actually owner financed the property to the buyer. So the lady ended up defaulting on her loan, and we were able to get the house back. Now I'm gonna make a case study about that one because it's a very, very crazy, unique situation.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you a teaser, lady went to jail. She scammed everybody and their mother, and we didn't know that she was this type of person.
Literally, she scammed everybody and their mother.
Yes. It was her actual boyfriend's mother. So
husband.
Oh, husband. Husband number 5.
Anyways,
because she killed the other one. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Anyways, that is just that's just a little teaser.
I'll make a case study about that. But anyways, we got the 3 houses back, decent locations, decent shape, yeah. And then we decided to rent them. And since they were really good houses in good locations, we were able to find people right away. And so
actually, wait, can I put something in there? I actually only marketed one of those houses, and marketing that one house brought the tenants for the other 2 houses.
No, because one of them, my tile guy, who's a good guy. This is one of the people that I do have in my team, a tile guy. He's from Brazil, so he's super cool people. He told me, hey, I got a friend looking for a house. And he brought the friend. The friend loved the house, and awesome. So my tile guy brought one tenant.
And then
you marketed the other one.
I marketed one. And then your drywall guy, right? Your texture guy, he brought the other tenant.
Yes.
For the other house. So anyways, it just all intertwined. I only had to do marketing for one house, only had to deal with pre-screening tenants, through marketing that way. So that was...
So we can give a little tip now.
Okay.
Like if you're in Florida, where you know that Florida is full of tourists, people from all nations, and people retire in Florida so they come from up north, and people move to Florida because they like the sunshine, I guess, or the beach. And in the area that we live, we're close to NASA, so we have a lot of people coming to work. We have engineering companies, a lot of engineers. So this is beautiful, right? The tip that we want to provide is that some companies or some owners may prefer to go and follow all the rules, and when it comes down to looking for tenants, they're looking for perfect credit. They're looking for a lot of referrals. They're looking for someone that has immigration papers, if they are immigrants, right? What we are looking for now, we're looking for good people, and we don't care if they have or do not have their immigration status on, or they're working on that. I mean, that's we don't judge based on that. So if they have a good job, they're good people. We check for background checks. We can verify their income. Those are great tenants.
And it's okay if their credit is bad. Like, there's so many of our tenants and our tenant buyers who have their credit in the 500s, and they pay. They pay on time. They take care of the house. So it's not, in our opinion, right? It's not fair to judge people by their
Based
credit
on
score,
credit, yes.
or by whether they're in immigration process, or whether, I mean, we've had people coming from up north that are changing jobs, right? And they offer to pay us 6 months in advance, right?
Yes.
Because they have savings. And so that for us is a security blanket. So we give people an opportunity, I guess.
So immigration status, not an issue for us. Now, credit, not an issue, as long as they can verify their income and they have good income and good references. We always check for background checks, always. So yes, don't get too stuck on credit.
But
Credit is
one thing I do get stuck on, though, I make sure I talk to their current landlord or their previous landlord, if sometimes they're living with family or something. And a lot of times they will tell me, yeah, they take really good care of the house that they're currently living in, or that they were living in. They're clean, they don't cause problems. So that to me is an important part when I'm vetting these people.
Yes, because everybody needs a place to live, right? To stay. So even the person that we got, that you marketed, these are older people, and they got a decent job. The guy was making a lot of money, but they have some couples issues, right? So they're from here, so they immigration status, they're
fine.
They're fine.
Yeah.
But the guy told me, I got low credit score because of this and this reason. So he was upfront with me. I like that, but he got a really, really good job and no criminal history. So you know what, you're good.
And his references were amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So anyway, that was a quick tip on if you're a landlord, don't get too stuck up on credit. At least, I mean, that's what works for us.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you, right? So anyways, how can we provide some value here?
I don't know. Go ahead. Tell us about your hectic 3 weeks of managing these 3 projects.
The last 3-4 weeks have been non-stop, and I had to jump in because like I said, I don't have everybody in my team. When it comes down to remodeling, right? What don't you need, right? You need somebody that knows how to fix AC, somebody that does drywall and do it right. You need somebody that does tiling, electrical, plumbing, painting, cabinets, granite, right? So all these different trades that you're not gonna find somebody that does everything and they do everything right and on time. So when it comes down to the finishes, I try handyman for drywall, and I was never impressed. So I like to give that job to the drywall expert, the one that does drywall every day. When it comes down to tiling, I like the person that does tiling every single day. I don't want somebody that does it every so often, right? When it comes down to electrical, it has to be safe. It has to be up to code. Same with plumbing. So it's a lot of trades, trust me. And when you're in the trenches, right? And then how this is what I don't get. Like, most people, they have no idea who comes after them. If their specialty is, let's say, framing, they don't care who comes after framing. They just do their job. That's it. You pay me to do framing, I did the framing. And then the next guy comes in, man, this is wrong, or this framing missing because I cannot install these top surround. You need more framing, so I'm gonna charge you for more framing. Okay, so I guess there's a disconnect right there. And then the guy finishes the surround, and now the drywall comes in. Hey man, this framing is incorrect. I need to finish it or adjust it so I can do my drywall right. So I'm gonna charge you more, right? So and he goes on and on and on and on. Like they do not care, or they don't know how to finish it for the next guy.
It's almost like you need to have an inspector.
Yeah, it's called a superintendent or babysitting
or
these
a
workers.
project manager.
Project manager, yes, somebody
that knows all the trades, and that goes in there in between each one to check it out and to verify.
Yeah.
So.
But anyways, I jumped in. I enjoy working with my hands. I love it. I just don't love the long days, long hours when I don't get to spend that much time with my kids, when I'm exhausted, when I don't get to play soccer that I love playing. So, but you make a commitment, you gotta finish it, and we did finish it on time. I feel relief now.
Yeah.
But we got a couple days away. We took the kids to Disney again. So I took my 2 kids and my dear to Epcot so she can get inspired.
Yeah, I don't know. I walk into Disney and I see everything that they create, and it wakes up the creator side of me. Just whatever you're able to envision, they bring it to reality, and it inspires me, and I go home inspired, and I'm able to create more. I'm able to serve my everybody better, from business to family, right? So it's fun. It's fun. It's my creator side that loves it, gets inspired.
Yeah. So another piece of value here is that why did we do all this, right? So it comes down to your knowledge, your beliefs, your mindset, right? So I always put the example of, if you're an employee and it doesn't matter which job, you're just an employee, you get paid by the hour, by the day. So let's say you work 40 hours, at the end of the week, you get a paycheck for 40 hours. Regardless if you make $10 an hour, you make $50 an hour. Now, my question is, what do you need to do if you want to get another check? Well, the obvious answer is you need to work another 40 hours. Let's say that you are self-employed. You take pride on your job. You're specialized in cabinetry, right? You hang cabinets, you build cabinets, you install them. You love carpentry, right? So you do a kitchen, 30 cabinets. You assemble them. You go install them. Homeowner gives you a check. Nice, you're happy. You're proud of your job. You charge whatever you want. So now, what do you need to do to get another check?
Get another client.
Get another client, right? So this concept, I learned this from Rich Dad Poor Dad, the cash flow quadrant.
Robert
Kiyosaki, and we'll give credit to him. So when I was introduced by this concept, it made sense because I grew up as a self-employed person with a self-employed mentality that nobody can do it better than me. I take pride on what I do. I charge what I want. I work when I want to. But guess what? If you're sick, you can't work. You can't do the job. You don't get paid. If you're an employee, you get sick. You can't work. You don't get paid. So by grasping this concept that maybe I need to change my mindset. Maybe I need to start working on something that can produce several checks for the same effort, several paychecks with a minimum maintenance.
What? That's possible?
That is possible.
Really? Because see, I grew up with an employee mentality. Oh, you need to go be an employee and you need to get benefits and you need to have security through a job. But they say that being an employee is the least security that you have because you're at the
mercy of your boss.
Mercy of the company, of your boss, and honestly, you're replaceable. And so
you're just a number.
I was trying to get out of the employee mindset into the self-employed, but I kind of skipped the self-employed part and went to the business mindset like you're talking about.
Yes. So the employee and the self-employed concepts are on the left side of the quadrant, and the right side is the business owner and the investor. So you always want to be on the right side, or work so you can get to the right side. So the true business owner is someone that doesn't have to be involved in the business. Like you, my dear, always give me this example that, do you think Jeff Bezos is packing up the packages for Amazon?
Okay, because he still has he's still fighting his self-employed, right? Obviously, he's
But I'm aware.
He's aware. He's on his way. So he's fighting that self-employed root that he has deep down, right? And so he's going in, taking the girls' car seats out of the truck, filling up his truck with all his tools and his materials. And, the guys come to him. I'm listening to the guys. Oh, do you have this? Oh, yeah, he has it in the truck. It's like he has little pieces of Home Depot in the truck waiting to be needed. And so I say to him, I'm like, Jeff Bezos isn't excited that I placed this Amazon order. He's not the one that's over there packing my box and sending it to me. He's the one that's creating. He's the one that's managing these people, managing his business. He's the one that's overlooking his company that he's created. So that's where that joke comes from.
Yes. So I'm in process. I'm aware and I'm in process. But so the concept, the point is that we work this hard for the last 3 weeks to finish these 3 projects. And now that we pass them on to the tenants, all that effort, all that stress, all those long hours are going to produce multiple results. You know why? Every single month, the tenants will pay us rent. And that rent expires in 30 days. So every 30 days, you get a new check. So we took, let's say, we took 30 days of our time, efforts, knowledge to fix these houses. And now every 30 days, every single month, we're gonna get a new check. So that's where you shift your mentality, your mindset to, let me get just one check for my efforts and time, to let me get multiple checks for my efforts and time. And that's the concept, that's the mindset that we need to adopt. How can you make a shift from working by the hour, working by the job, to let me provide this value, enough value, so people will want to pay me several times?
And that's the key, is providing value, right? Because we went in there. I mean, those houses look better than mine sometimes. We got out the kitchen, the bathroom. Everything's
beautiful.
new, everything's beautiful, everything's functioning. So we're giving them that value, and they're happy to pay that rent every month because we're giving them something of quality.
Yes. So who said it that your income is proportional to the amount of value you provide in the marketplace?
Jim Rohn. Jim
Okay.
Rohn said that when you give the market will pay you the value that you bring it. So if you bring something of good value, then the market will pay you for it.
Yeah. Your income is directly proportionate to the amount of value you provide in the marketplace.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Anyways, so that was the lesson that we learned, and we want to share. So, anything else, my dear?
No, we're back to doing what we want to do, which is give out information, share with others our experience so that it might accelerate your success. I think that's it. It's about creating the life that you want to live, right? We're not living to work. So we create these passive incomes, which they're not completely passive, right? We do have to
It's never
get
passive.
our hands dirty every now and then, but it's you're creating the life that you want, right? So that, for example, me, I can homeschool our girls. I can support you in these projects. I can talk to our clients or our future clients. So yeah, that's what we do all this for.
Yes. So when someone asks, "In which business are you?" So we're not flippers. We're not landlords. Which business we believe we are? We are in the cash flow business by providing value.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with that, we'll let you go. Thank you, guys. God bless.
Thanks for listening. Have a beautiful day.
Bye bye.